Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. Celeste Ng is one of my favorite Asian American writers who describes the topics that I can relate to. She writes an engaging manner and her characters are convincing. This book deals with a lot of elements such as mother-daughter relationship, one of my favorite topics, pursuing your own passion, adoption, birth mom versus adopting mom, pre-planned communities, raising hormonal teenagers. The title of this book gives us a clue of what the author is trying to convey. To those who go on their own path, they must set little fires, then burn down the past and start something new. Are we setting our own fires or just settling into the rules and comfort that society demands of us? This is a perfect book club choice for lively conversation and discussions. I hope that you will pick up that book. My next choice is A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. What a story of a life's up and down. Most importantly, what a true gentleman Alexander Rostov was. He kept his head high and maintained his composure and dignity, regardless of his doomed circumstance. He was separated from his former luxurious lifestyle and then humbled to status of house arrest at the hotel attic room. Once he used to be a VIP member. Yet he never became bitter, kept a sense of humor, and appreciated people around him. Alexander lived through two succinct pieces of advice he had given to Sophia. Number one, if one did not master one's circumstances, one was bound to be mastered by them. Number two, the surest sign of wisdom is constant cheerfulness. He was sophisticated and lived a life of honor and authenticity to himself no matter what. At first, I chose this book purely by the name of the author, which happened to be the same as my very first friend in America, Aga. As I listened to this book, I was captivated by the protagonist, Lakshmi, who escaped from an abusive husband, then transformed herself as a successful businesswoman. In this case, highly sought after henna artist. Her world turned upside down when her sister, whom she had never known of her existence, suddenly showed up. It was a gut-wrenching experience at times, but overall satisfying and comprehensive story dealing with life hardship, relationship, forgiveness, love, medicine, and woman's right as weaving through traditional and modern value. I recommend this book. My next choice, The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abby Dare. I loved this story of a brave young 14 years girl named Aduni, which meant sweetness. She had a dream of going to school, and with the help of various friends, Khadija, wife number 2, Kofi, the chef, and Miss Tia, doctor's wife, who befriended and helped Aduni. She was able to get out of her predestined abused life in Nigeria and pursued her dream by getting a scholarship in the end. She lived in a world where men in the village had all the privileges, while women and girls did not. child marriage was allowed like a child slavery. Lesson learned from this book. In order to get out of your own dire situation, you need, first, your own heart's desire and passion. Second, people to help you out. Finally, certainly not the least, some good luck. Although this story is a work of fiction, we all know that it is a harsh reality for many women all over the world, and they are stuck in their misery. I love a success story against all odds where a person beats the terrible circumstance and create her own destiny. I am inspired. Aduni's mom told her, "Your schooling is your voice, child. It will be speaking till the day God is calling you." Isn't it so true? And that day, she decided to have a louder voice, a motivation to spark her heart's desire. After all, she had to start somewhere. My last recommendation of fiction 2020. This one was a complete surprise. Wow, 5-star worthy book. When my friend Wendy recommended this book, I was a bit skeptical. Rock and roll, sex and drug, they are not my cup of tea. Yet I knew my friend and trusted her judgment on books. I was completely absorbed by Daisy, Billy, Camilla, and their lives. Daisy and Billy's chemistry was undeniable, and their songs were ringing in my ears. Although the music does not actually exist. After all, this is a work of fiction. Nonetheless, I have searched YouTube for the songs. LOL. That's the power of a great writer. The way Jenkins wrote, the music came alive and I felt the struggle of Billy, pain of Daisy, and Camilla's resolutions. This one was so enjoyable and completely out of my genre, yet I ended up enjoying it. So one lesson that I have learned this year, get out of your comfort zone and pursue other things. Read the books that you would normally not read and find out what you will learn. So these are quick review of my top 5 fictions. My next episode will be non-fictions and a lot of other reviews. After all, I ended up reading 250 books, so there's a lot of things that I want to share. But thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.